What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about who I personally believe should be Conor McGregor's next fight. We got a couple opponents. I actually, strangely enough, have 10 opponents for you guys of who I think the Mac should be fighting next, okay? Starting off with number 10. Listen guys, Michael Johnson's a banger fight. Michael Johnson is a fun fight, okay? Let me kind of break down who I want Conor to fight next. One, I want it to be a winnable fight, okay? I want it to be a fight that I believe that he could actually win. Two, I want it to be against like a fun personality, okay? Someone that you could have a good, someone that can bring out some fun at a press conference. And three, I just want a fun fight, and it's not like the other guy sucks. It's not like I'm bringing in Jake Paul on this list. So someone that he can beat, someone with a fun personality, and someone like preferably a little bit over the hill in their career. I don't really want to prospect, and I think Michael Johnson fits all these boxes. He's number 10. He's not at the top of my list. I think Conor's going to be fighting at 170. Michael Johnson just got chinned by Drew Dober. I think that Michael Johnson and Conor McGregor would be really fun at the press conference. I think I would probably take Michael Johnson. I think he'd be a little bit too fast for Conor right now, but it'd be a fun fight. Looks like Conor's going to be fighting on International Fight Week. But coming in number 9, we have Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Wonderboy's 42 years old, so he's a little bit up there in age. So that's why I kind of put him on this list. I think Wonderboy's still pretty good. He's just older, right? You know what I mean? He's 42 years old, so he's also fighting at 170, so he's a true 170 that Conor would have to fight. I think that this is a good matchup. I also made sure to not put any grapplers first on this list, okay? I don't want Conor facing a grappler. I do have one on the list, but you guys will see him later. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson would be fun. I don't know how good the press conference would be. I don't know if we would see nice Conor come back. I think I'd probably take Wonderboy. I mean, he lost to Buckley in his last fight, I think. That wasn't a bad loss. No, he got robbed. I forgot when or who he fought. But he got robbed in his last fight. But yeah, Wonderboy coming in at number 9. I mean, I'd like it, but it wouldn't be like my favorite fight to pick. Coming in at number 8, we got Tony Ferguson. Sign him back. Like, it could be fun. Okay, we get Tony's last ride going against Conor. Tony's trying to break the losing streak in MMA. Conor's trying to come back, get his belt back. Like, that's fun. That's fun, guys. You know what I mean? Like, I know I would pick Conor to probably win this fight. Like, I don't think Conor honestly looks that bad in his sparring and training and things like that. Obviously, he doesn't look like a top 10-ish fighter, right? I think the press conference would be fun. I think that the lead-up to the fight would be super fun. And I can't believe we've never actually seen this fight. I think they'd beef hard. I think they would hate each other going into this fight. And then you got to stack some other fights under it because obviously this fight really doesn't matter for the division. But yeah, Conor versus Tony. I like this fight. Not up there. Not one I'd really love to see, but yeah. Coming in number 7, this guy's already booked, but it's Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz, I mean, obviously, like, come on, they're awesome. Like, I mean, like, we've already seen 2 great fights from him. I think a third would be awesome. But since Nate Diaz is already booked, I can't really put him much higher on this list. He's fighting Mike Perry on the, that card, on the Netflix card. But, I think that Conor would probably win this fight. I don't know. So, Nate Diaz is a guy who's like, it would be fun. I mean, the press conference would be fun. Everything about it would be fun. It would be a fun fight. Really, no consequences on it. And which is what you want for Conor's next fight. But Conor versus Nate Diaz at number 7, I'd probably take Conor by finish. Coming at number 6, we got King Green. I think the press conference would be insane. I think the press conference would be so funny. I don't know. I don't want to know what Conor's going to call this guy. It would be bad really fast. But King Green's always also one of those fun personalities out there. King Green's really fun, dude. Like, he's on a renaissance. He's on a 2-fight winning streak. He looked really good in his last 2 fights. He beat Lance Gibson. He beat Daniel Zellhuber. He's going to beat Jeremy Stephens. So he'd be coming off a 3-fight winning streak. It's not like I don't think that Conor could beat King Green. King Green's not going to try to wrestle. King Green's going to talk the most shit. Oh, my gosh. I'd probably take Conor. I'd probably take Conor. I don't know. King Green was looking pretty good in his last couple fights, to be honest with you guys. King Green's looking pretty elite. Yeah, but that's a super fun fight. Conor McGregor versus King Green. Honestly, this could be higher on the list. Okay, coming up a fight that I do think Conor would lose, but coming in number 5, we have Paddy Pimblett. This is for the press conference. I mean, like, how are you not hyped for this fight? I don't know what I think. I'm picking Paddy, but not by a lot. I think it would be a closer fight than people give it credit for, because I don't think Paddy's going to try to shoot. I think if Paddy comes in the same game plan that he did with Justin, I think that Paddy always could get chinned. The power's the last thing to leave, okay? It's not like I'm saying I'm going to take Conor. I'm going to say that there's a real possibility that Paddy the Baddy loses his fight and that Conor gets a shot at the belt, right? That's a real possibility, okay? And yeah, I know Paddy's booked for International Fight Week, but I would put this at number 5. I think there's more fun fights you can make. However, if you're trying to build up the name of Paddy Pimblett after, that this is a great way to do it. People are going to fall in love with Paddy. They're going to fall in love with Conor again. I mean, we're in the Big 26 and we're talking about a Conor McGregor main event. This is disgusting, but yeah, I'd have Paddy at number 5. I'd have Paddy. I think Paddy would win, but I think there's always a chance that Conor could be able to go out there and chin him, especially if Paddy hasn't developed that offensive grappling that he didn't show against Justin Gaethje at all. Coming in number 4, we do have Colby Covington. I know he just got booted out of the rankings, which sucks. He probably would have been higher on my list if it weren't for that. Colby's interesting. I know I'm worried that he might have a grappling heavy approach, and I don't know if the UFC wants that, but I think they would go to war. I'd assume they go to war. I think I'd take Colby because of the wrestling, right? And I think that he would have to kind of blob Conor, but blobbing Conor's kind of crazy. But I would probably, I would take Colby in this fight. Like, there's not a lot of guys I take Conor over. Like, Conor's, come on, guys, he's 38, coming off a freaking broken leg. He's going to be pretty washed when he comes back, okay? He needs a really good matchup. Like, for the love of God, please do not make the Max Holloway fight. What are we doing? Why would we ever make the Max Holloway fight, okay? That logically makes no sense. Holloway is going to brutalize Conor. He is going to brutalize. He's not getting caught. Yeah. Conor is not going to get caught by Max Holloway on the feet. Or Max Holloway is not going to get caught by freaking 50-year-old Conor McGregor on the feet. That's not happening, okay? That's not happening. I don't know why we're booking that fight, okay? That fight simply doesn't make any sense. You have to find a guy who's game to just brawl, okay? And then Conor's got a shot. It's like Conor's going to get chinned bad. It might end in the first 2 minutes. And was that what Conor McGregor's return was all for? Is that what that was for? Literally probably going to be the most humiliating performance of his career against Max Holloway? Holloway's just going to tag him up on the feet. Like, shit, we might see freaking Conor go for the wrestling, dude. Conor might start trying to freaking shoot, okay? And I don't even know what would happen there. Maybe Conor's going to blob out Max. Maybe Conor blobs out Max. That'd be fascinating. But Conor's not going to ever beat Max. Max should be minus 800, minus 1,000 going into this fight. Okay? Conor's got nothing for Max Holloway. You have to put in a guy who's not a serious fighter right now. Okay? Or a guy like Paddy, who has no offensive grappling, but is a grappler. Who's like the only guy in the sport that does that. Coming in number 3, I got... Oh, did I put Bobby Green at number 3? Hold up. Who's that number? Hold on. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to figure this out. Who do I have at number 3? Bobby Green is 3. Do I have anyone else? Okay, whatever. Bobby Green's actually number 3, guys. Bobby Green is actually... Hold on. Let's figure this out. Wow, I can't go back. Okay. Bobby Green number 3. I've already listed my reasons. He's a fun fight. Coming in number 2, we have Michael Chandler. I feel bad for Chandler, guys. Chandler deserved the fight. Chandler really deserved to fight this guy. It's a shame we're never going to see that fight happen. Maybe Conor fights twice. I highly doubt it, but it's a shame that we never see Conor versus Michael Chandler. I think it would have been a fun fight. I think Chandler probably wins. But I mean, Chandler does so much stupid stuff in the octagon. It's just tough to pick. Oh yeah, I'm going to go pick Iron Mike in a fight. I'm probably picking Michael Chandler, but you never know. Conor's washed, but I think that this would be a fun presser. Michael Chandler's done everything to deserve this. So, yeah, I would have Michael Chandler at number 2. Coming at number 1, I got Dan Hooker, okay? I think that you want a guy that actually is in the rankings to be Conor's next fight. So if Conor does win, you can genuinely fluke him into a title shot, and it's not crazy, okay? Because Conor fighting Islam for the belt would be insane. Okay? So it's not like I want to see that fight happen. I don't want to see Conor. I don't know what. I think Islam would just try to brutalize Conor. It would be bad. It'd be really bad. But I think that Conor could actually beat Dan Hooker. I'm picking Dan Hooker by war, but it would be a war. Like, Dan Hooker's not going to knock out Conor McGregor. What are we talking about, okay? I would probably take Dan Hooker by decision. If it's 5 rounds, maybe ground and pound finish for Dan Hooker. But I don't know. Conor might still be okay. You just don't know. Like, this is a fight that you just don't know. I think Dan Hooker's that guy that I'd want to see getting the McGregor fight. I would love to see McGregor talk about the Hooker allegations at the press conference. That's like half the reason I'm making this fight. Could you imagine what Conor says? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine what Conor says about Dan Hooker on that stage? It would be over. Dan would, yeah. So the Mac's got to be back. I don't know who he's going to fight. I think it should be Dan Hooker. I think Dan Hooker's a really hype fight. Let me know who you guys kind of think in the comments. Who should be fighting Conor McGregor next, but I think it should be Dan Hooker. I think Dan Hooker's a really fun fight for him, but let me know. See you guys later.